Good afternoon. We are Team 4, confirmed by Rogelio Monjarres.
I'm Renata.
I'm Aranza.
I'm Emilio.
And my name is Juan de Dios.
And today we will present our final presentation for the company Cloe. This is the table of contents, and we will start with product adaptation. It is important to first define which are the strongest industry in a general and specialized way. General trends around the world say that the top 5 industries ranked by order are home and kitchen, sports and outdoors, toys and games, beauty and personal care, and baby care, while the specialized trends in South Korea are fashion and clothing, furniture and home, baby products, and electronics. When talking about the characteristics that potential customers are looking for in relation to two of the most powerful products in the company's catalog are, it can be defined that the most famous characteristics in women's bags are the moderate prices with an average of $24, the use of synthetic skin, its practicality, large capacity, and that it is fashionable. While when talking about a diaper bag, moderate prices are also sought with a bigger average of $32, that it is made of polyester, that it is practical, that it has many places to organize the products, versatile and durable. On the right side, you can see examples of these same products.
So now for the evaluation and adaptation for Cloe. The line of products that will enter the market will be women's bags and diaper bags. No changes will be made to the diaper bags since they are considered more a product of necessity than a fashion product. And according to the aforementioned trends, women's bags will have the changes according to fashion with more exaggerated touches, such as, like, for example, in the straps and various other components. And for example, also the sizes, the figures, that will be more highlighted. The other products that will be incorporated little by little to the market of Cloe, and that is our strategy. Now, the competitors for Cloe that we have considered are mainly 3 e-commerce platforms. The first one being 11th Street, since it ranks in the top 3 e-commerce destinations in the country with over 7 million unique visitors, each to its desktop website, Android app, and Android mobile site. And it is also Korea's #1 online shopping mall operated by one of Korea's biggest companies, which is SK. And according to Euromonitor, it holds 1.81 of the company shares of the e-commerce platforms. And now we have the Gmarket, which is Korea's #2 online shopping mall that is operated by eBay Korea. And according to Euromonitor, it holds 8.2% of the company shares of e-commerce platforms. And last, we have Interpark, which is a company that sells a range of products, including beauty products, fashion wear, luggage and bags, household appliances, and more. And it holds, according to Euromonitor, 0.9% of the company shares. We consider these 3 e-commerce platforms as competitors for Cloe, since their pricing for their luggage and bags is similar to Chloe's, and since they also keep an alike fashion styling concept as Cloe for their bags and luggage products. Now for the promotion and commercialization of Chloe's bags when entering South Korea. When making use of the right marketing and promotion, we can really make a product stand out from the rest, and in global events, for example, this is the case. So it would be a really good opportunity for getting to know this way the company and the products to new customers, and they could really, well, this could really be a game changer for the company and for it to expand. So the first one that we have considered is a trade show, which is called the Daegu Fashion Fair. And it is a sustainable growth trade show in the new normal era. And it is held from August 27 till August 29th of this year in the South Korean city of Daegu. And Daegu Fashion Fair aims at providing exhibitors with opportunities to join various distribution networks and new business opportunities by inviting influential domestic and company buyers, marketers, and more. So it gathers around 370 booths in total of 200 companies, and the trade show Host is the Daegu Metropolitan City, and the main sponsor is Daegu Bank. And the organizer of the event is the Korea Research Institute for Fashion Industry. So as mentioned, it is a trade show that promotes companies regarding total fashion, bags, shoes, eyewear, jewelry, and luggage, and more. Now, the next event is the largest beauty trade show in Korea, and it is called K-Beauty Expo Korea 2021, with the largest number of participating companies and professionals in the beauty industry. K-Beauty Expo is being held in 7 cities around the world and successfully expanding its size every year. Over 430 exhibitors and 50,000 visitors visited the show in 2019. And this year it would be held on October the 7th till October the 9th at the Korea International Exhibition Center. The organizers of the event are the Korea International Exhibition Center and the Korea Trade and Investment Promotion Agency. And the last show is the Seoul Fashion Week show, and it is a global event that features the best work of some of the newer and older people in the industry, and it is virtual and live streamed, so it has a bigger reach. It's also known for showcasing Seoul's iconic street style and iconic designers. So the date of the event, it already passed, was on March 22nd till March 27th. And this year, around 43 designers participated on it. And it was held on the National Museum of Korea, National Museum of Modern and Contemporary Art.
So as for the webpage, Facebook and Instagram, the e-commerce industry in South Korea had a value of $74 billion in 2020, and it has expanded its value for 2025. So with the Instagram for Business tool, it's pretty easy to keep a track of your analytics on the platform along with the shop, the feature in the app. This made it easier for users to find the products or shop their favorite Instagram businesses or pages. It is very accessible, and you can make online purchases through this feature. As for the promotional material, the benefits would be that it would boost and accelerate sales. It is a very visible strategy. It means that the products would be more advertised with this material. Then some examples of the promotional material that could be used would be keychains, mugs, pens, thermos, agendas, etc. Here's an example of a brochure and a pen. As for the distribution channels, we have that for the next 4 years, you can see here a very visual graph that shows that the retails will increase by a lot. Then we also analyzed some of the options for Cloe, and these ones with a check mark are very feasible for the brand due to their shares, and also due to the fact that they are some of the most famous and known ones in South Korea. So we have eMart Inc. and Cookbank that are the most highlighted ones.
Next, we will talk about e-commerce, in which an influx of senior customers is developing due to COVID pandemic and restrictions on physical stores. It has developed a 27% growth in its value in 2020, which is expected to reach $110 billion, and has a growth forecast of 9% between now and 2025. The top company shares of e-commerce, as you can see in the image there on the right side of the screen, come from Coupang, 11th Street, and eBay Korea. Coupang is considered the most famous, with a very strong market for women's bags, moderate for travel bags, and there is no market for diaper bags. The difference between 11th Street and Coupang is that 11th Street has more than 1 million products when it comes to women's handbags, and more than 9,000 when it comes to travel bags. The advantages of this platform is that it is more friendly internationally because you can find it in English. And finally, eBay Korea has more product options in relation to all categories, but can be shipped from anywhere in the world. In order to do business and ally with any of these platforms, someone representing the company should look for workers from each company through platforms such as LinkedIn, and send them validation emails to see if they are interested.
As for the consumer profile, placing ourselves on the previous table, analysis, it can be concluded that the most convenient entry mode strategy for Cloe to adopt will have to be through a distributor or through an online platform. Since these two options consider low risk, Cloe could also have either high or medium control of these operations, since both of them require both investment and they are not expensive for the company to pay to a distributor or to make some periodic digital arrangements to their website, and since there is also high flexibility for the company to interfere.
Okay, now for reference prices and packaging. First, we compare the average pricing on the retailer sites that we mentioned before as our competition. The first one being Gmarket. The average bag is $21, $22, which is a total of 423 Mexican pesos, which is very below the normal Cloe price. Then we have 11th Street. Their normal bag is around $48, which is 940 Mexican pesos. And finally, we have Interbag, which is only $12, which is 240 Mexican pesos. Looking at this information, we can see that the prices that the people over there are used to are very below the Cloe price and may even be considered cheap. Then for the packaging, so there are three different measures for the box or container when exporting diaper bags and bags. So when exporting Cloe's bags and diaper bags through another modality, which is the first picture, the previous external measures will be considered so that the merchandise can be packed in boxes and we can be able to transport them. Now, when it comes to exporting Cloe's bags and diaper bags through maritime mode, through the ocean, the table of the external measures changes drastically. So the box won't work for this transport modality since the unit measures changes. Then the following table will have to be considered. Then for the export prices, we have these two bags. First, in the first table, we can see the concept and value. We have listed merchandise value, freight, port charges, base of insurance, and insurance. And then in the second table, we can see the listed price for bags and diaper bags. So reviewing the data. First, the most efficient box is the number one. There are six bags of diaper bags for pieces per box. Then the weight per box is 6 kilograms. The boxes per container are 690. The bags or diaper bags per container are 4,140 bags. And the prices per bag on the FOB Shenzhen is $10.4. And the price per diaper bag in FOB Shenzhen is $17.1.
As for the financial analysis, first, we have the payment methods, and it shows that 90% of users in South Korea use cashless payments. Even their banks and other establishments do not accept cash. In this case, out of the 100% of the users that use one of the type of credit or debit cards, 21% are debit and 79% are credit. And that is mostly because they have better tax relief. For example, some of the most famous digital payment methods are Kakao and NaverPay that return 3% with points. And now we have some of the most famous banks, which are Shinhan Bank, which was the first bank in Korea and was considered the world best trade finance provider in 2020, and has a 9.7 billion Korean value and has lower interest rates. As for the Standard Chartered British Bank is in London and has 90% of its profits coming from Asia, Africa, and Middle East. And lastly, Hana Bank is the largest foreign exchange bank in South Korea and has a global payment system, which is beneficial because all of these banks offer lower rates with international reach so the consumers can buy the products.
In conclusion, we see that there is a lot of competition in relation to the categories of women's bags in South Korea, while the diaper bags are a little less competitive. Also, there are many platforms with which the company can partner to do a good business in South Korea. The most recommended ones is Coupang, and more nowadays due to the large increase in online sales. The container to be used will be 40HQ via ocean freight, and the Incoterms options considered were FOB and CIF. Finally, it is very important to take into account that the people of South Korea mostly use credit cards to pay, and one of the best banks is the KAB Hana Bank. Thank you.